Without wasting your time, we are going to share top 5 best 80-inch TV. The product links are in the description and in first comment. The number 5 on the list is Sony Ultra HD Smart. Sony Ultra HD Smart, among the best TVs our team tested, we couldn't help but give Sony the top spot for its full array LED. Contrast with its local dimming features, users will be able to enjoy deep blacks and brighter highlights even in a dark living room. On top of that, it also has high dynamic range and Dolby Vision support that enables a dazzling and detail-oriented picture quality. During our evaluation, we also had the pleasure to try Sony's gaming mode smart features that upscaled the responsiveness of every motion on the large screen. When talking about the best TV models, Samsung will always be a part of the conversation. Upon our team's brief encounter with, we are immediately mesmerized with its lifelike screen resolution. Compared to a 4K TV, this inch Samsung delivers edge-to-edge viewing angles that glued our eyes on the big screen without any distractions. On top of its full HD picture quality, this smart TV has a refresh rate that suits fast-pacing games. It also doesn't matter if your TV's in a well-lit room, your screen will still deliver fadeless true-to-life colors owed to its quantum dot technology. The number 4 on the list is Samsung Class QLED. Samsung Class QLED, the next premium 85-inch TV that our testers would like to recommend, is from the same known brand. Engineered with multiple connectivities like Bluetooth and setting up in your home theater, will offer diverse viewing experiences. Given that this is a Samsung QLED TV, having a vivid and crisp picture quality is among its major features. Its inch screen size has a boundless design that's highly suitable for any modern home setup. Nothing can prepare you for the experience of top tier with its groundbreaking infinity bezel design, intuitive smart TV features and lifelike resolution. This is more than just a screen, it's a window into a spectacular new reality. Object tracking sound adds to the immersion by delivering pulse-pounding dynamic audio to every scene. This TV is beyond incredible. My face gets tired from smiling so much every time I watch my shows. The picture is bright and vibrant black and colors are past realistic and fabrics are detailed beyond belief. Daylight scenes place you right in the action. The realism is off the charts. Set up was easy, and with all the new streaming shows and movies coming out this fall, winter and spring, I may need a few welfare checks to make sure I'm okay. One day I hope I can relax and watch this Samsung 85-inch Class UHD Direct Full Array Quantum TV the way it was intended, because now I'm just too busy counting hair follicles and other blemishes. The number 3 on the list is Sony Full Array LED. Sony Full Array, I love this TV. It's not perfect, but it delivered the best bang for the buck. I would have had to spend an additional step up in quality and for the marginal improvements that just wasn't worth it to me, so I'm definitely happy with this purchase, but wanted to also note that the other reviews that mention connectivity issues are definitely correct, but it doesn't just drop the Wi-Fi, but also somehow periodically loses internet connection when connected via wired. I've tried both and wired connections and both of them experience this issue. Sometimes it happens after less than a day, other times it will stay connected for a week or so, but eventually it always loses its internet connection. There is nothing wrong with my network and nothing wrong with the cabling or switch I have for the wired connection. No other devices experience this problem. I've seen this problem mentioned here on Sony support forums and on the Bravia subreddit, yet Sony will only provided their boilerplate troubleshooting steps which do nothing. It's probably something that a firmware update could resolve, but I'm not holding my breath waiting for that, as there has been no acknowledgement that this is a widespread issue. I can reconnect to internet with a restart from the system menu, so it's not the worst thing ever, but it does kind of stink having to wonder whether or not that will be necessary every single time I turn on the TV. Oh well, it could be worse. I believe I have resolved the internet connectivity issue for me. The solution seems to have been to enable simple network and internet home control. I think this setting is for being able to control the TV with third-party remotes like the Alon, which makes some sense that it would need to keep the connection alive so that such a remote could turn it on. What doesn't make as much sense is the inscrutable name for this setting and the lack of any details about what it does in any event. This fix was quite simple once I knew what to do, and Sony support should really have this response bookmarked, as this is an extremely common frustration. I've seen this problem all over the interwebs. The number 2 on the list is TCL Class Series. TCL Class Series. This is an excellent entry-level TV at a good price with a year warranty. I have been using this TV for over months before writing any reviews or comments. I did a lot of research before buying and knew, and this was considered the best lower cost with Roku that was available. I highly recommend this. You do need to have an internet connection and email address to register with Roku to use all the superb streaming options. You can always create a free email account just for TV stuff. If you don't want to use your main email, you do not need to add a payment method, credit card or debit card, unless you want to. Otherwise, just select to skip that. You can always sign up for additional streaming services called channels on the internet using your computer or smartphone, and they will work when added to your Roku channels. So far, I am very impressed with the picture quality, especially when streaming any of the Roku channels, streaming services, or viewing video files, or through the live TV over-the-air antenna. Anything with resolution or higher looks great, very nice upscaling, and anything with HDR is awesome. Even on my low-speed internet connection, the streaming looks really good. Yet for video streaming, it is recommended to have a min internet connection. Totally recommend using a quality surge protector or battery backup with any electronics you care about. I suggest running a software update in the system settings after setting up the TV for the first time. It is automatic after that. Also, this TV has a large bright LED activity light that stays on disturbing my sleep, which you can disable in the settings. You can also select a default startup option like the input. The number 1 on the list is LG OLED Alexa built. LG OLED Alexa built. I got this TV as a replacement for one we decided to give to my in-laws. It looks beautiful, runs great on my, and even though I've seen low ratings on ratings come for the brightness output, it can still get bright enough to cause me to squint at some scenes. The UI is kind of clunky, and the game optimizer wants to hop to a totally different gamer interface that I don't care for, but you can turn a lot of that stuff off. I don't use any of the smart features, and I keep the TV disconnected from the internet except if I decide to update the firmware, as my previous TV decided to start serving me Toyota ads and I don't want to run up against that again. The one big con for me, and this won't affect most people, is that I have an AVR that's rather old but works for most audio sources including streaming. However, it doesn't support the pass-through, so I have all the video source going to the TV first and use the ARC channel to send it back to. The hitch is that the TV will handle all the surround formats except it just ignores it, so most of my Blu-rays, yes, I watch physical media, won't play audio in surround, so I still give it stars, as my issue is not many people's issue, and I know a couple other people with TVs like mine who either use a soundbar or something else rather than a year-old AVR, or they just play streaming media